Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. This is Multiverse Fears by Alex here, and today, starting off with the year, we are going to be taking a look at my collection of figures. So, starting off up here, we have Tom Holland's Spider-Man hanging on the side of the shelf with the director's cut board that I got from the Hollywood Wax Museum. Gravity Falls Journey 3 book, the light up Sonic and Shadow from the 4-pack, with Stone Mountain Park that I got in Georgia when I was looking at the Stranger Things filming locations last year. An 8-bit Donatello accessory that I got at Comic-Con. And then over here we have the Avengers Marvel Legends accessories, or stuff to decorate for the like and sub sign with the Avengers A, or A for Alex, and the signed Stan Lee shield. We got the Great Protector, microphone, the tails from the 4-pack with some FNAF Funko Mystery Minis from the 10-year anniversary. The 35 years of TMNT that I got signed by Kevin Eastman last year. I'll make sure to put that in the description so you can check it out. Chow Mascot Tales, and Academy Award from the Hollywood Wax Museum. Coming up next off the shelves are the Spider-Verse collection. I cannot wait to see the Lizard and Electro figures coming out from No Way Home. I am planning on getting the rest, like Ben Reilly, Spider-Man 77, Spectacular Spider-Man, and make custom figures of Emma Stone's Gwen Stacy, Kristen Dunst, Mary Jane, and James Franco, new Green Goblin. And I'm hoping we'll get a Penny Parker / SPDR figure from Spider-Verse and Tombstone from the movies. But this is probably one of my favorite shelves. Over here we have the Multiverse shelf. We got Watcher the Watcher, watching everyone. We got some Loki figures and Kang in the center. We got some What If and X-Men 97, some Lego figures. I am planning on moving the X-Men 97 figures as their own shelf, since their show started in the 90s and it's continuation from the original cartoon. So I might get the Array show figures and maybe get the Gamerverse figures to, put with the Spider-Verse, like Miles and Peter and Mr. Negative. And front and center, we got Chadwick Boseman and Stan Lee. And we got a Lego version of me right there. And I got some Multiverse of Madness figures. I am hoping we will get the Earth 838 figures pretty soon, but if not, I'll just make customs of them. Here we got the X-Men movie collection with a bit of Blade and Ghost Rider. I really love Deadpool and Wolverine. That was probably... I think that and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 were probably the best movies that came out this year. I think my top 3, I think they were my top 3, with Transformers 1 being number 3, so. But, I am hoping that since it's the 25 years of X-Men 1, we'll get some more X-Men movie figures, like Storm, Rogue, Jean Grey, Cyclops, Nightcrawler, Beast, Angel, so many of those characters. I think Psylocke's one of them, and I'm hoping we'll get Channing Tatum's Gambit added on this, and Caffeine Keen's X-23 from Logan and Deadpool and Wolverine. And maybe get more legacy figures like the Fantastic Four characters and Ghost Rider and Blade, and Sam Raimi and Webb's Spider-Man franchises and Ang Lee's Hulk movie. But that is the multiverse shelf. That is the multiverse shelf. So let's move on to the main MCU. So coming over here, we have the main MCU figures. There are some figures I am planning on changing, like Rescue and War Machine, since the Amazon 2-pack version of Rescue is better. And that War Machine figure is a concept figure that was only seen in the trailer of Endgame. It was actually on the Patriot suit, so that's why I'm thinking about replacing it with the Infinity Saga version that came out not last year, 2023. So we am loving this collection. I did make a few changes on this shelf. This shelf, along with the What If and Loki and, the middle multiverse shelf and the Spider-Verse shelf and the villains section, which we'll get to in a bit, are probably the most difficult part of the shelf since, looks pretty jammed. And then over here we have the main part of the Avengers team, which if I get new shelves, I will put like the rest, like Falcon, Guardians of the Galaxy, Bucky, War Machine, Rescue, and the Netflix figures on this shelf, but we am loving this part of the shelf. This is probably my favorite Spider-Man figure that I got this year. I was surprised they actually released them again this year. Not this year, last year. I was surprised because I never actually thought they were going to re-release the No Way Home wave again after, 2023? But the thing that I don't quite understand was that, like, with Target, they put up Wolverine and Rogue from X-Men 97 of a pre-order at Target, and they're sold out instantly, but I didn't know these guys were going to come back and at GameStop, but man, I thought these were going to be sold out because I didn't know they were going to be announced to come back, so, but yeah, we am loving this part of the shelf. And then we got the rest of the heroes. So we got Guardians of the Galaxy. Fun fact, that Nebula figure is a custom between the Heist Nebula and the Volume 3 figure, since I didn't get the Volume 2 version of it, of the character. So if I just go back over here, you'll see it, so yeah. Oh, and I switched the Doctor Strange Supreme hand with the Time hand, so I can have like that Doctor Strange using the Time Stone, so. But yeah, and if you're wondering how I got these figures to fly, is that I use these thumbtacks to hold them on the back of their heads or their rings, so. But yeah. Let's move on to the villains. So over here, I got the MCU villains collection. This part of the shelf was really difficult since I have like 3 big figs over here, like Abomination, Molten Man, and Crow. And some of these figures you have Chopper standing up like Taskmaster and Ghost. But I am really loving the figures. I cannot wait for Thunderbolts to come out so I can add Sentry on here. Speaking of Thunderbolts, I'm also excited for the new Fantastic Four series and the Captain America Brave New World, but I'll get to those figures when we get to a certain character. But we am loving this part of the shelf. Anyway, let's move on to this part of the shelf, which is the main villains, or my favorite villains. Like, these are my favorite heroes, these are my favorite villains. So I recently got the Outriders, I think a couple weeks ago, and I really am loving them. I am hoping to get 2 more so I can have an army build. We got Thanos. His children. Can you see Proxima? There you go. There's Proxima. I might have to move her a bit right here so people can see her. Okay. And right there is a custom Thaddeus Ross. So the figure, I've seen the Red Hulk figure. I'm not really a big fan of it. Mainly because it looks a lot like Mark Ruffalo, which I get because, you know, like I said, the War Machine's based on concept art. But I am going to get the new Falcon character. His name is drawing a brain from me. I might have to rewatch the show, but it looks pretty cool. So I just gotta find it. You know, that's one of the figures I want to get this year. But yeah. So what I did was that I found someone on Reddit that made the figure, and what they did was they drilled a hole in the Star Wars: The Force Awakens Harrison Ford head, and they put on the Everett Ross body. So that's what I did. My brother-in-law helped me out with that. So now I officially got a Thaddeus Ross figure. And then the last part of the villain's shelf is so this is the last part of the villain's shelf. So over here I got Kingpin, the Tracksuit Mafia. The Tracksuit Mafia figures, I don't understand why they were so hard to find at Target. Like, people were pre-ordering them, the pre-orders got canceled, and nothing happened after that. Like, some people got them, some people didn't. I was having trouble finding them at my Target a few years ago, but I went on eBay, and I got scammed by a buyer, but I returned it, and a year later, which was last year, I got another one, which was this one right there, and I'm glad I didn't get scammed on that one. But I went to Ollie's, and I found, this is what I hate about this figure. It doesn't like to stand up. Okay. I went to Ollie's, and they had the last 3, so I got them, and they look pretty good. But yeah, so that's all of the MCU figures. Let's move on to the TMNT and miscellaneous figures. So over here we have the villains of the TMNT characters. So this is a mixture of 2012, 2018, and 2023. I did stop collecting TMNT since, I want to say before 2023 and before now. So last time I collected TMNT figures was 2020. This was when Rise was still out with Season 2 and Foot Lieutenant was released. I still have Hippopotamus. That's the only Rise figure I don't have. I don't have a majority of the 2012 figures, but I am hoping with the new company that's doing the 2012 figures, I'm hoping we'll get the rest of the characters that Playmates didn't make. But, yeah, so these are the villains. I'm so glad I got back in collecting these guys again this last year. So over here we have the heroes section. So again, it's a mixture of 2012, 2018, 2023. So that's 2024. What surprised me, I thought it was going to be Ray Fillet that was going to be the hardest one to find, but I haven't seen an April figure in my Target or Walmart since they released the waves. So I don't know why she's such a hard figure to find. I don't know, maybe it's just because, oh, the 5-pack was kind of rare to find, and like she decided to become like the rarest one to find as well. So I really don't know. But this is my TMNT collection. I will be collecting more next year, especially in the spring with the 2012 figures being re-released from a different company. Before we get into the next part of the shelf, there will be spoilers for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, so I recommend kicking off the video right now so you won't get spoiled. If you don't care about spoilers, continue watching the video, and if you have seen the movie, like I said, continue watching the video. But if you haven't seen the movie, you don't want to get spoiled, you have been warned. Okay, so here we go. Here is the miscellaneous shelf, so we got some Stranger Things, FNAF, The Last Ronin, TMNT figure, the Kick Bash, Martin Freeman Star Wars figure that I made because of the custom Fayaswas, and Indiana Jones, which I decided to just get the Indiana Jones figure because I kind of wanted to do something different for my collecting. So, but here we have Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I am missing Wave 2, Knuckles, Shadow, and basic release version of Supersonic. Those are the only 3 figures I'm missing. I know Wave 3's coming out not next year, this month. Or this year, but I'm not so sure if it's this month. I know there's going to be Jailord, Robotnik, Sonic with Chaos Emerald, or Master Emerald, a Knuckles figure, and a Super Shadow basic version. But, yeah. Can't wait for Wave 3. And down here we have my movies, and this is my accessory box, so if I want to do photos for the community tab with figures and some accessories, got that. I got the rest of the movies right here. You can't really see, but yeah. And there's the Office DVD set. Anyway, that's all for this video. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and a comment down below on what you guys want to see next. I'm currently working on a script to make the FNAF video, and I'm gonna try and do the review for Sonic 3 sometime in a few days, maybe in a few weeks, so everyone has seen the movie. But make sure you click the bell so you can be notified on the video so you can be up to date. This is Multiverse Videos by Alex, sign off. And also, Cowabunga and Excelsior, and gotta go fast.